Welcome to the San Francisco State University Psychology Department video weblog. My name is Jeff Cookston, and today we're going to be talking about the psychology major. You can learn more about the psychology major online at http://www.sfsu.edu/psych, and all this information is available there, although maybe not in such a user-friendly format. Today I'm going to talk about the introduction of the psychology department and some of the areas of study within the department. Also talk about graduation requirements for the psychology major, resources that are available to students, ways to get involved, and then offer a moment of question and answer in which you won't be able to reply. So the psychology department at San Francisco State University is one of the largest majors on campus. Currently we have 2,050 students in the major, and more are adding each day, it seems. Our faculty come from a diverse area of research, including experimental psychology, positive psychology, family context psychology, and cognitive psychology, as well as a number of areas of clinical psychology. There's a way to do a minor, but we're not going to talk about that today. And there's 40 units required for the psychology major. Here's a picture of our faculty at a retreat that we did a few years ago. To graduate from the psychology major, you need 40 units, and each of those 40 units are comprised of first of all, our core requirements. All students must take these 3 classes. The first is General Psychology, Psychology 200, and this is the one class in the major. In fact, it's the only class in the entire major that can transfer from the JC, or the junior college system. And other courses that we have are Introductory Psychological Statistics, Psych 371, and this is a class that everybody has to take, and the sooner you take it, the better, because it's always hard to get into, and is one of our foundational courses. If you're taking a lot of your classes before you're taking 371, I encourage you to beg, borrow, or steal to get into 371, because 371 you need to take before you can take our Introductory Research Psychology class. And those 3 classes comprise the core of our major. Psychology 371 and Psych 400 both have separate lab components that you'll be responsible for attending on a weekly basis. And again, it should be taken over the course of a year, and the sooner you take those, the better. After the core, we have a number of different classes that you can take per your choosing. One is what we call Area 1 Psychology, Basic Psychology Area 1. And these include, and you need to choose one class or 3 units. And those classes could be Current Issues in Psychology, Learning, Motivation, Cognitive Psychology, Physiological Psychology 1, or Psychological Foundations 1. Additionally, you need to take one of the classes from the Basic Area 2, Psychological Foundations 2, complementing off of Psychological Foundations 1, Developmental Psychology, Social Psychology, or Theories of Personality. Finally, you need to take one of these cluster of classes, one of our practicum classes, and I would encourage you to take the practicum class as late as possible, because this is the attempt to apply in a field setting some of the ideas that you're learning theoretically in the classroom. So some of our classes, these practicum classes, fall into what would be good training for our IO areas, or industrial organizational psychology, including aptitude testing and vocational diagnosis, human factors, psychology of work-life stress, training and development, and group processes. Others more experimentally, research method-based, psychological measurement, general experimental psychology, and psycholinguistics. In addition to our more field-based research, including intro to field research, psychological field research, and research on sexual identity. Our classes in our practicum area. One class that we don't list on here that could work for the practicum is Psych 699, Special Problems in Psychology, where you might be working independently with a faculty member over the course of 3 semesters, earning 1 unit per semester for 5 hours of work in the lab per week. So then over 3 semesters you might develop a nice relationship with a faculty member working on their research that would be good foundational work to mention in a letter of recommendation. After you take your or after all of those courses, in addition, you need to take 5 upper division psychology elective courses. And I would encourage you to choose these courses to be classes that are going to help you advance in the career of your interest. So if you're interested in clinical psychology, emphasize your upper division courses in those areas. If you're interested in going to graduate school for a PhD, you might want to take more of our methods courses, our 571 advanced statistics course. Or if you're interested in developmental psychology, you might choose courses that you feel are going to complement you in that area. Finally, you'll need to take 2 classes, upper division, outside the elective. And those can be any classes in anthropology, sociology, biology, or philosophy, but they could also be classes that don't fall on that list. Let's say you're interested in going to a clinical psychology program and you take something in the counseling department. Well, that likely is going to be something that we would count as an upper division elective, but you need to go to a faculty member and have them sign off on the form. You can either read a description and trust your intuition that this is going to be a course that will count and take it and then have somebody sign off on it at the time of your graduation, or you could go and seek advising on the day before you take the class to make sure that someone would sign off on that. I note here to attend advising day May 5, 2005, but we haven't had advising day for quite a while, so you can ignore that. There are a number of different resources that can help you get through this process here at San Francisco State. Number one, talk to faculty. Outside EP 301, the main office of psychology is a list of office hours. Catch faculty in their office hours. Also, go online and read the major and talk to your friends, but don't use your friends as the ultimate resource. Try to go to a faculty member. There are a number of resources that help students do research, competitions, and our test library on the second floor, also observation centers and working with faculty in their labs. And we also have in the department a psychology clinic. So if you are either in need of mental health services or as a graduate student practicing your mental health services, then that clinic is a great outlet for that. Opportunities for students. One is to participate in Psychi. Usually the deadline for applications is around October 1. This is an honors society in psychology. It's a national honors society. We stage an annual conference for the last number of years where students present original research. There's also the honors program. For students in their senior year can participate and create a research project over the course of a year. Additionally, we have CORE, which is a project for students who, disadvantaged students who would be able to receive mentorship and research training. And First Tracks is also a part of the CORE program. And we have some student organizations, Black Students in Psychology and Raza Students in Psychology, where you can use like Psychi to get connected with peers in the work. And then I would encourage you to seek out faculty members and work with them in their research labs. So again, most of this information is available on our website, but I provide this as a tool to maybe hear these concepts before you go talk to an advisor. Thank you very much.